Nutrition and health. I have with me today Sister Fahima Mohammed. Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
My NLP coach, life coach, NLP practitioner.
Yes.
And Ben the chef.
Hello. Yeah.
You're not cooking today, Ben. It doesn't look
I'm
like
not
you're cooking today.
It's
But
my-
what
it's my
do you
day
have
off.
in store for
We have got
us?
a beautiful, gorgeous salad to prepare for everyone. It's really just to showcase the sort of nutrients that you need over the fasting period, and just making sure you get everything that you could possibly need to keep you going.
What's it called?
This is a mixed leaf, boiled egg, tomato and radish salad.
I love the ingredients already.
Yeah.
Interesting.
The fact that I can see spinach over there, and a lot of the times we have spinach that is cooked. So this is an opportunity to
Yeah,
have
yeah.
it.
Raw spinach.
Raw
This
spinach.
is baby spinach.
And it's
Does it
baby
differ?
spinach.
Does it differ?
There's
Yeah, I
different,
mean,
yeah.
a lot of the time when we're going to cook our ingredients, it's going to obviously take away a lot of the, the health and nutrition's in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a good opportunity to have your, your greens, and also it contains a lot more of the water that we require to keep us hydrated.
The hydration, because
Yes.
it's always an issue as we're
Exactly.
fasting in Ramadan.
We're
It's always an
fasting,
issue.
It's something light, it's easy, as well as the fact that we can have it in the morning if you fancy.
Mhm.
It's not everyone's taste, but a lot of, for the evening as well, alongside your main meal. It's a really good dish. But this one, because it's got eggs in there, it's very high in protein.
Yeah.
And it could be taken as a full meal if some days you don't feel like having, because as Ramadan goes along and the days, your tummy gets a little bit smaller
the
Yes.
and your intake is a little bit less.
Yeah.
So this is
Oh,
a
we
really
hope
good-
that for we're hoping.
It depends.
We're hoping for some.
some of
You
us-
do know for some it increases. You know.
Of course, but that also does really, that's a really interesting point, because I think a lot of us, because we stick to the traditional foods,
Yeah.
and that is not actually beneficial for us at all. It increases.
So easy on the grease,
Yes.
guys.
Easy on
That's
the
it.
grease.
That is it.
Definitely. So we can start
So
by,
yeah, we're just going to
give us.
start with the leaves. Just got some lettuce here. Fantastic vegetable for salads.
I love green. I love green. I love green. I can't get enough green. Raw foods. There's a kind of raw food movement that's going on these
Yes.
days, being promoted
have
more and
restaurants
more
now.
and more. As people
Yes.
are going more vegan. I'm not necessarily promoting any veganism, but just saying that as people go more
Yeah,
more into
absolutely.
the less animal product foods and more vegetable-based foods, is raw food diet. Do you know anything about this? Whole raw food movement, alkaline
from the
versus
prac-
acidic foods and
Yeah,
this
of
type of thing?
course. And also the practical reasons for it. I mean, I personally like to be as quick as, if I want to be in the kitchen. So having it raw is less preparation, less time. And
Yeah.
obviously it holds more of the nutritions in there.
Okay, okay.
And, it always has been, basically research have shown that it's better for you to have raw foods. But as research goes along as well, we realize that, it has changed with our concept, especially with eggs. It used to be something that we shouldn't have, or have only the whites, or, not the yellow, whichever way. But now-
Cholesterol, good cholesterol,
Yes.
bad
but it
cholesterol.
depends, because the cholesterol does not necessarily, raise in the blood. So that's why it's fine for us to continue to have
Yeah,
that now.
yeah.
And so with new research all the time, always keep yourself updated. Don't just go with the information that you've known before. And that's a really good way of, sort of increasing
To
your
evolve
weight.
intellectually, right? We
Yes,
gotta
we
evolve.
have to
Yeah.
evolve.
Absolutely.
And research is, proving to show us that there is changes in everything,
Mm-hmm.
especially in our food and diet. So we need to be up to date with that to realize that there are certain
Absolutely.
things that we can have,
Absolutely.
and we should have, and it will actually increase us, in our likelihood of actually eating better and fresher and opening up our palates to even, things that we wouldn't normally have.
Because there's always that fear for some people when they hear cholesterol, they think, okay, heart disease because of the
Yes.
effect that some cholesterol will have building up in the arteries and making blood pressure irregular, right? So, but there's
Yeah,
there
I
is
mean,
good cholesterol
eggs-
to kind of challenge that.
Eggs at one point were considered very bad for cholesterol. If you eat too many eggs or every day, it was
Yeah.
considered quite bad. Now it's not the case. There's new studies that have come out, and it's not so bad for you. It's actually
It's
a
actually
great
good for you.
a great food
Yeah.
food to eat.
And as humans, we evolve. We are changing ourselves all the time, and our bodies are changing. So we need to know, what's happening around us and how our food is being prepared, how it's
Yes.
actually being grown, and all of these things do take effect as to what we put inside ourselves.
Yeah.
So that sort of knowledge, I think we always have to be, up to date with, and give ourselves, the time to take that, sort of extra step to
Yeah.
research.
I can't help watching, Ben, your technique with the
With the
knife.
radish.
You're getting the most out of that radish.
Waste
Yeah.
not, want not. You know.
Yeah, and you're not serving
But
up any
actually, if you don't
chunks
like
No,
it,
no,
hunks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and actually, if certain ingredients are not necessarily your favorite, in order to have it cut in a thin way.
Yep.
you'll be
It
able
makes
to
it
dissolve.
easily, yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, guys at home, if you've got a mandolin would be great here. If your knife skills aren't great, you can just
But try not
Shave it
to.
on
But try not to mandolin half of your thumb off.
yes. Be careful, guys. Be careful. But yeah, so simple, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
just packed full of flavour and nutrients. I mean, this raw thing. If you're anyone who's cooked carrots before, what happens when you take the carrots out? What does the water look like? It's orange, isn't it?
Yes.
So
And
that's
that's-
half of the
everything.
nutrition
That's-
going away.
That's good vitamins and minerals that are just being left behind. You're going to throw that away, right? So
So try and stick to,
Yes.
to the raw foods more.
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But just remember, when salads, obviously when we're going to garnish it and we're going to have, sort of like the dressing, cut down a little bit of your salt, because obviously that's going to
Yep.
make you feel a bit thirsty. So, try maybe having a little bit extra, maybe, I don't know, lemon if you wanted, a bit of olive oil, and you've got some vinegar
Yes.
there, I see, which is actually very good for you too. So all of these things is something to consider when you're fasting, especially.
Absolutely.
So it will not actually, dry your palate too quickly and make you feel thirsty throughout the day. And that's just with food in general. But obviously we do add,
Yeah.
salt and pepper or whatever it may be in our foods.
It feels like a kind of a payoff. You kind of cost benefit because the more seasoning there is, the more tasty the food is. But that means possibly more salt and more
Exactly.
drying out.
Exactly.
And you want to be able to taste the ingredients as well. You don't want to mask the beautiful ingredients that you've got.
Yes, because there's some things like salt or even other sort of like balsamic vinegar, can be overpowering. So we
Yeah.
need to obviously, check that before we actually
Balance.
put
It's
it.
all about balance.
It's all about
Yeah.
balance.
So
Okay, here comes the
Yeah.
spinach. Here comes the superfood.
now we're adding the flavour. We've got beautiful ingredients here, but we're going to sort of make them even better with this little dressing that I've made. It's just vinegar and oil. There's no need
That's
to.
olive oil we're having in
Yep,
there, right?
vinegar and
Okay.
olive oil.
Mhm.
There's no need to jazz it up. Just simple dressing.
I love the colours of that as well.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it's got a vibration to
Yes.
it. It has a
It's fresh for the
vibration.
summer. It's really healthy. It's quite filling.
That's it.
You put vinegar in there. I think is there something about the Prophet peace and blessing be upon him talking about the benefits of vinegar, or anything about it helping digestion in general.
Well, it does help in digestion, but also everything within balance, because we need to know our body so that we make sure that whatever we have is in keep with us. It's no point even saying general, information about this is good or this is not good. Because like I said, we have to study our bodies first, know ourselves, and that's why it's highly recommended to know your body type and what it is that's good for you. Because when we're even giving this kind of information, really it's for you to go out there at home and search for yourself.
Yeah.
Because, that's what people always get confused of. And that's why things don't work for them. Because they're using general information which doesn't work for them.
Not made to measure,
It's
not
made-
tailored,
exactly.
not
It's
tailored for
not
themselves.
tailored.
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. So
Yes.
I always generalize, and I say if I'm going to coach a client one-to-one, then we do individual research and work with regards to their body type, their weight, what exactly it is that they're doing and using
What's
in their
their
diet.
goals, X, Y, Z?
What is their goal?
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
their trigger? What's happening in their daily routine? And that's an individual sort of requirement.
Okay, so you're
and
taking
need.
in
Absolutely.
lifestyle into consideration,
Yes.
and also people's intolerance to food,
Of
dislike to
course.
food, or people's
Absolutely.
aversion to food, because I guess all those things differ, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And our cultures do come into play because we're so used to the same types of food. We're so used to same sort of ways of doing things. And a lot of it is really not healthy. So we need to sort of open up our minds a little bit more of to foods that, is for us, regardless of where we come from.
Do you encounter resistance then, or people kind of like an unwillingness, or
Well, it's not so
or not
much-
unwillingness, or a slight fear of stepping into the unknown?
It's not really as resistance, but it's the fact that, people are not willing to change. They're not willing to open up to new ideas, because if they're going to attend a family occasion, if they're going to certain restaurants, it's always the same. And unfortunately, it's not healthy. And especially when there's loads of people, they just think they're just going to fill the whole table up with everything, and not necessarily, most of it's not healthy. And it's not actually giving
Yeah.
them anything. And in Ramadan, we have this a lot. And you feel bloated, you feel tired. So at the same time, we need to we need to be able to worship better. We need to be able to move better. And how can we do this? Our food helps with that. That intake in our body gives us, not just metabolism. It gives us energy. It gives us even the thought in our brains in order to be able to,
So
think
you're one of
better.
those who believe that food can help with concentration or state of mind.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's a lot of research
Yeah.
that shows that, and even just generally fasting, we don't even address the fact that a lot of people find it really difficult. But fasting is such a good benefit for us in so many ways. A lot of athletes do that. A lot of sick patients, even, they will fast intermittently because they feel that it will help their body detox, or even just help with their balance just generally in life. So, we've got to know these advantages so that we actually do drive ourselves to actually make the benefit, to its, to the limit.
Ben, are there other salads that you can combine, create, put together that is good for sahur, for the, something that put something rich in the engine that won't bloat you?
Yeah.
This is a famous saying that won't bloat you, but it will help you the next day when you engage in a fast.
I mean, the name of the game with this one is replenishing your water and getting those minerals and vitamins. So do your research. There's so many great superfoods out there, like beetroot, avocado, as we had in one of our other episodes. They're just absolute superfoods. If you eat one of those a day, you're going to be laughing. So, yeah.
You can even have like kidney beans and lentils and things like
Yes.
that, and even whole.
Pulse for the pulses.
And,
Now you're entering the pulses.
And it's actually filling, and it's
Extra
really tasty.
protein.
Yeah.
Extra protein. It's so amazing. Food is such an amazing thing, but people, because of the lack of knowledge or education, just generally awareness around it, it could really deter you from actually creating something that's going to be so fulfilling for you.
Yeah, food
And
tends to
you
be
can
such a
actually
social thing. You mentioned culture earlier on, but food tends to be such a social thing. So
Yes, it is.
it is, people need that extra encouragement to
course.
break away and
Yes.
try something new, right?
Get away from the norm, try something new, and open up a different lens. And like I said, it will not just help your body, it will help your mind, it will help your movement generally. And we need to obviously do so much in this day and age. So what better way than this? And there's so much processed food, there's so much ready-made foods that's around.
That's
Absolutely.
packed
And
with salt.
Yeah, this is this point of this program is to show it's quick and easy, it's simple, and it's most importantly healthy and nutritional. So
So this was
it's
fast
definitely
food.
possible.
This was fast
This is
food.
the new
This is
fast
real
food.
fast food.
Real
With a
fast
twist,
food.
it's
Yeah.
actually healthy for you,
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Fast
Wow.
as in quick.
Yeah,
Yes.
but
Yes.
not fast as in
Yeah.
full
The
with
unhealthy
cheap,
way.
unhealthy
Yes.
ingredients.
Yes.
That's
the
it.
process.
I mean, this in itself is a great side dish, but add some chicken to it.
That's true.
Add some other proteins to it, and you've got a main meal there. And with how long did that take?
Exactly.
A couple of minutes,
Exactly.
And when you're tired, you come home. You don't want to be faffing around cooking
Yeah.
this, that,
yeah,
and the other.
yeah,
You just
yeah.
want to keep it simple
And it looks so colourful, because I know that there's going to be mums with young children out there, and there's always a bit of a struggle to get them to eat their greens. But this looks a bit appealing. I mean, can you say a little bit about how you work with mums in terms of working with children and stuff like that? Because children they can be a kind of law unto themselves,
Of
or
course.
they
It's
can be
also
challenging.
it's trying to manage their mindset and trying to have them think that even if they don't like it, try it again. Because
Yeah.
like I said, our palate changes over time. And if you are trying something as well, that actually helps. Because a lot of time we cook for our kids and we don't eat it ourselves. And they do have a different way, each child does differ.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and we tend to try and cater for each one. But you know what? There's one meal. This is what's cooked today, and this is what needs to be eaten. Otherwise, there's going to be nothing. Sometimes you got to be a little bit tough, and you got to show them that this is how it's done. We cannot cater individually. We're not restaurants, and we don't have the time for that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but
That's
making
not practical.
simple
That's not
meals,
practical.
It's not
Yeah.
practical. It's not
Practical.
actually a good way as well to actually teach children that this is what's available, this is what's good for you, and this is how we need to sort of look at things and just try. Sometimes they just say no because they just don't know. At least get them to put it in their mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that sometimes can actually be the winner itself, to actually get them to actually eat it, to actually like it, and you can do it again.
Yeah.
So there's
yeah,
many
yeah,
variations,
yeah,
and obviously it does differ from client to client, or from whoever it may be, mums, or even ourselves. We ourselves are so resistant, so we need to look at ourselves first, and we're the best of teachers. We need to be the role models, and we need to carry that forward.
And the truth of the matter is, even to this day, for myself, I eat carrots. I don't particularly like carrots, but my mum, well, I'm not going to waste her money. And it's not going to happen in terms of wasting
Yes.
her ingredients. I mean, carrots were served, and carrots were enjoyed.
That's it.
Whether I
That's it.
enjoyed them or not,
Of
they were
course,
good for me.
What you instill from a young age as well, regardless, it will something that you'll remember, in a lifetime.
We're habitual creatures, as they say.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
In a good way, that could be good. And some other
We get good habits,
we need to
yeah.
change.
So we
yeah,
I
we
think
need
that's
to keep the.
that is a perfect takeaway message
Definitely.
to instill and keep instill those good habits. The
habits.
good. So up next we have Ramadan etiquette with Sister Masuma Jaffa, Quran Ramadan.